It's a push and a pull. So I'm getting the rotation that I would with my golf swing. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Coach Reggie coming to you. Hey, I wanted to take you through a very quick workout. I'm going to take you through a full body warm up just to kind of activate the right muscles and get you some rotation, and then we'll get right into it. All right, first one, we're going to open up the front of the body. I like to use some type of roller, but you can elevate your back foot on a bench or a chair. But I'm going to come here first, drop the back knee, frame the hips. So make sure you're closing the hips here. And I feel a great stretch going right down the right side of my body. So the quad is opening up, hip flexors are opening up. No need to get aggressive here because we're just now getting into it. Maybe lean forward, you can lean back. So there's really no right or wrong here. Just kind of listen to your body and focus on your breath. So we're going to take about 5 to 6 breaths on one side. Then from here, come up and then obviously do the same thing on the other side to balance ourselves out. This is a great warm-up that you can do all by itself. Maybe you're just sitting in front of the TV, right in your couch, elevate the back leg. And especially since we sit so much, the hip flexors can get really tight. So great exercise here. All right, maybe even add in some rotation. Okay, good. Once you're done with that, go ahead, come forward. I'm just going to extend the right leg out, keep the knee down here, and then press back. Then come forward, and then add in some rotation. All right, so thread the needle here. Really focus on the breath, not trying to move too fast quite yet. Good, get about 5 reps or so on that side. And then obviously balance yourself out, same thing on this side. Now, I know I kind of got those out of order, but again, when you're warming up, you should really just listen to your body. So I'm feeling today, this morning, some tightness in my right lower back, inner thigh. So I'm just kind of working through that. All right, cool. All right, third exercise. I like to use a Swiss ball. From here, I'm gonna come into a bridge with hips high, shoulders, hips, and knees all on the line right here. And then from there, I drop the hips down and then press up. Okay, so really starting to get some range of motion at the hips, but then also glute activation at the top. Okay, so I'll go through some of these. Maybe on your second round, you can challenge this movement by going into a single leg stance. All right, and then here, don't laugh at me, but let's see. We can go ahead, get low, and then press up. So a lot of challenge to the core and the hip. All right, good, keeping it up here. Hold for a second, earn the hold and the movement, okay? And then obviously switch the legs out, do the same thing on the other side. All right, great movement there. So go through about 2 rounds of those 3 exercises, and then we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the workout. All right, first one. Gonna go into that split stance. You can grab a dumbbell. We're looking for about 6 to 8 reps here. All right, now I'm gonna elevate the back leg, and then once again, close the hip, so my hips, shoulders are squared up, and then we're going for about 6 to 8 reps on each side. So going with that single leg, I'm getting all the rotators in there. Okay, so the smaller muscles combined with the larger muscle groups. And believe it or not, I'm also working the core by staying nice and tall and having the weight on one side. Okay, so I'm resisting a lateral flexion of the core by having that one dumbbell. Okay, and I'm here, really focus on dropping in the back knee, getting the quad parallel to the floor. All right, this is really great for the golf swing, because when we go into that golf swing, all right, a lot of lower body stability, but then also we want to make sure we aren't sliding and swaying. So going into single leg movements is going to help turn on those stabilizers and make sure those muscles are active. Okay, once we're done with that, then I like to use a cable machine, something that I can get nice and wide. Okay, so imagine putting yourself in a cross here, and I'm gonna start by facing the right. So I'm gonna bring the left hand in towards the chest, and then from here, I'm gonna slightly angle out, just slightly, okay? Start in a low position, and then it's a push and a pull. So I'm getting the rotation that I would with my golf swing, but then also notice as I start low, pushing off that front leg, bam, pulling, okay? In your golf swing, when I go into my backswing here, I'm using posterior delt, obliques, my lats. That's the pull. Then here on the front shoulder, using the front of the delt, triceps and pecs are coming here, right? Then as we start to come into the downswing, all that shifts. There's rotation happening right through the core, and I'm also coming up out of that lead leg, right? But there's also some internal rotation that's happening at the hip here, right? So that's why I'm turning my leg the way it is. Go through that about 3 rounds. Challenge yourself. You can start to increase the weights here and increase the weights here, all right? Looking forward to seeing you out on the course. Have a good one.